This. No.
Bring it back.
The reason I'm doing this video is to be honest with myself. And the reason I chose this time to do it and not like Pride Month or something like that is because August was the month that I accepted myself. August was the month that I came out to my family, and August was the month of my reinventment. So like the title says, I'm coming out. I'm queer because I like women. So to speak, they are my preference, but I also do find myself attracted to men. So technically the term would be bisexual. I cannot claim lesbian because I'm still attracted to men. So the backstory on that, from a young kid, to be honest, like really young. I think primary school. Like, I know people say they can't know at that age, and I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know, but I knew that I liked my girlfriend in 4th grade. I knew that I liked kissing her. I knew that I liked being around her, you know? I have pretty religious family members, and around that time it was like being more pronounced to me that gay is bad, you know, or something like that. But I was like, I'm not gay, you know, because at that very same time I had a crush on this dude who my teachers were trying to convince me not to have a crush on. So it's like they were trying to make me gay, but it's like, it's on them, it's not on me. Like, I never really thought of it as anything other than normal for me. That's what I felt. Like, as kids, we don't know terms. As kids, we don't know that these things are bad. As kids, we don't think of any consequence other than the fact that I have a crush on this person, you know what I'm saying? And that was how it was for like years and years until high school. I started to hide my attractions because it's like at that time it was more beaten more into my head that you cannot like the same sex. And I was like, all right, cool. Following peer pressure as well. They were like, where your boyfriend is? And I'm like, I don't know. That caused me, in a sense, to be scared of being alone because I didn't want people to see that I didn't have a boyfriend, or if I was too close to another girl that they think that was my girlfriend. Mind you, I didn't really care if they thought it was my girlfriend. It's just the backlash of it because my mom also worked at the school. Difficulties. Even in my falsified persona in school, I still really liked girls. At one point, I had an encounter with a few of my friends, all of whom were women or girls at that time, and I've never had so much fun. All of my experimental encounters growing up until at 17 were with women, and I never felt anything about it. It just felt natural. It felt like it's supposed to happen in a sense. At one point I did actually like a guy outside of appearances, and that became my first real relationship across all boards. Like, and I guess that kind of solidified my bisexuality for me. We're still very, very good friends to this day. But like, you see a pattern, right? You see the pattern of me just enjoying a same-sex relationship for what it is and just keeping up appearances with straight hetero relationships, you know. Personal growth was needed for me. That started at 16. I'm 21 now. It's been 5 years, fam. It's been 5 years, fam. It's been 5 years for a reason, because I wanted to know myself. Like, I felt like I was just floating through like existence, following what other people wanted me to do. In that time, I found myself, personal growth. I found acceptance. I found love. I found loyalty in myself. And I found respect, more so now than before, because after the hiatus, I got in a relationship that didn't work out too well. And it isn't that it's because it was with a guy, it's because it wasn't what I wanted, you know? The relationship I wanted, but the feeling wasn't what I wanted. Not to bash anybody, not to cause any conflict, but that's just how it felt to me. I love that person, yes I did, very much, past tense. And it's hilarious to me, because I keep trying to deny it, I keep trying to go past it, I keep trying to avoid it, but it is what it is. I'm way more comfortable with women. I'm way more comfortable in myself. I'm naturally a assertive / dominant person. A lot of people might not see that because, you know, I have social anxiety. So I tend to be timid, but naturally, in a comfortable environment, I'm assertive or blunt, as some may say. And with women, I can be that. With hetero relationships, it's like there's this role that has to be played, and even if I don't mean to, it happens. Like, there's roles that are instituted, and it's like, I don't like this, man. Mind you, there can be roles in same-sex relationships, but it's very rare. Society tends to try to place roles on us, because it's like, which one is the stud and which one is the female? We're both females, so I was like, what the hell are you talking about, sir? Why is it that men are still implemented into same-sex relationships that are not male-male? A woman's interest in a woman isn't because of a man. Let's just set that record straight. My past relationship, the very recent one, it has no real impact on why I like women or why I love women or why I'm preferring women. It's because I was always bisexual before that. And mind you, there are women that find their sexuality through bad relationships, but those women are still valid in their lifestyle. That self-realization came through pain. It didn't come because a man, you know, pushed her there, or she didn't have the right. Coming to this realization took over 3 years. For 2 years before August of 2016, I hated myself. I could read you pages from my journal from around that time. You could ask any of my friends that were journeying with me through that time of how much self-hate I had because of not only my other issues, but because every time I looked at a girl, I froze, and I'm like, oh my god, I was also going through a spiritual journey, and it was like, why am I so conflicted? What the hell is happening? This shouldn't be happening. Oh no, you're not supposed to do this. God hates you because of it. And it's like, that's not true, man. That will never be true. It will never be true. Do you hear me? It will never be true. God isn't a being of negativity. God isn't a man. God isn't a woman. God isn't a person. So you can't expect human beliefs to stem from God. Journey for yourself spiritually so that you can find yourself. I am so happy with myself. Like, I'm proud of who I am now. I'm proud of the place that I'm in mentally and where I am physically, I guess, because it's like I am who I am, and I'm unapologetic about it, you know? In my blackness, in my queerness, and in my spirituality. I don't really care if you accept me, but if you do, thank you. And I hope that my videos from here on in are enjoyable and that you had fun watching this one. I'm very much queer and I'm very much here, so adios. Bye.